Elsewhere, Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has insisted no amount of manipulation from the opposition will stop the Governor People's Democratic Party from winning the 2023 election in the state. Governor Ortom made this assertion in Makurdi during the homecoming reception for the PDP governorship candidate Titus Uba. Maya Wakwata reports.
The PDP gubernatorial candidate Titus Uba has been away on medical vacation to Germany since November 2022. He got back to the country on the 31st of December 2022, giving a homecoming reception in Makurdi by a crowd of PDP supporters. Receiving him at the government house is the state governor, Samuel Ortom, who maintains that the quick recovery of Titus Uba is an indication that the party remains strong in the state.
So we appreciate God Almighty for his wonders, and we are grateful that our candidate could not walk, could not speak well, and today he's walking without support, and he's speaking himself and raising all his hands up. It's a clear sign that the forces of darkness over PDP, over Titus Uba, over Benue State have failed.
The Deputy Governor Benson Abonu, Senator Okeje, and acting PDP State Chairman appreciate Benue people for keeping faith with PDP, promising victory at all polls.
Today, we have our next governor here with us. I can only give you one assurance. In Zone C, we are going to vote and vote and vote until we swear him in.
Yeah. Today you have seen God's handwork. Dear Governor, Right Honorable Titus Uba, from March 2023 by pronouncement and May 2029 by inauguration. Your Excellency, you are welcome back to Benue.
It's a normal thing for anybody to get sick. He was sick, he went for medical checkup, and he's back. He's strong, hell and hating, and all of us are gathered here with joy to receive him.
Titus Uba thanked God for his quick recovery and appreciates the governor for footing his medical bills in Germany. He put speculations that had grown in his absence, insisting that he will not resign his nomination nor be substituted ahead of 2023 general elections.
I am back on my feet. I'm very strong. I'm here with my deputy. We are going into the race stronger than before.
He also appreciates the Deputy Speaker of the Benue Assembly, Chris Idaji, and members of the Assembly for carrying out their duties creditably well in his absence. Mayowa Okwato, CBC News, Makurdi.
West chapter of the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council has reconciled some aggrieved members of the party in Kaduna State. Muhammad Mamadi, who's the chairman of Contact and Mobilization, who led the process, urged them to team up with other APC members to ensure the victory of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and his running mates, Senator Kashim Shettima, in the upcoming presidential election. The chairman embarked on the reconciliation mission against the backdrop of fractionalization of the party in the state. Some aggrieved members under the name APC Arewa Concern Forum had in December distanced themselves from the party's campaign activities for claims of unfair treatment.
Issues were addressed, and we are contented. We don't have any untouched or unsolved issue. And we assure the public that Arewa Concern Forum will deliver 2023 election to Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu.
We have a meeting with this member of APC Concern Forum Arewa. We can only thank God for their support. They are now fully in support to make sure that we deliver Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the next president of Nigeria by God's grace.
From election matters, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention has said that the COVID-19 Omicron sublineages partly responsible for the current increase in COVID-19 cases in China, the United States, and the United Kingdom have not been detected in Nigeria. The NCDC disclosed this in an update on COVID-19 genomic surveillance signed by its Director General, Dr. Ifedayo Adetifa. The update, which was made available to journalists, showed that the Omicron sublineage responsible for the rise in cases in US and China, and UK rather, is XBB.1.5, while BF7 is responsible for the increased cases in China. Dr. Adetifa, however, said B521 has been seen in Nigeria since July 2022. According to him, country-targeted travel restrictions, including requests for PCR negative tests from incoming travelers, had little or no effect on preventing global and national circulation of Omicron since the emergence of the variant and its relatives with their shorter incubation period. The NCDC will continue to pay close attention to the ongoing COVID-19 situation in other countries and gather additional surveillance data to inform actions. The resurgence of Ebola in Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo, with recorded cases of mpox, cholera, meningitis, and other epidemics in Nigeria, is raising concerns among public health experts. This has resulted in a red alert issued by the Epidemiological Division of the Public Health Department on its medical personnel in order to tighten its disease surveillance system and minimize the impact of diseases within the Federal Capital Territory. Health correspondent Kemi Balogun has more details. After that, we'll have the weather forecast and business news.
From the outbreak of Ebola in Uganda and the DRC to increasing cases of the COVID-19 virus in China, many parts of the world continue to battle with disease outbreaks. Nigeria has had its own share in recent times, with the nation witnessing an increase in epidemics from last year.
It should be across the country.
This medical expert believes that it is only normal for the country to be witnessing several disease outbreaks at this time due to certain factors.
Taking the entire country down, the propensity of spreading to the entire country with the environmental hygiene and also with the immune status of the populace that are facing these emerging and re-emerging diseases.
There has been a reported resurgence of cases of mpox, Lassa fever, cholera, meningitis, and other diseases. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has tightened its disease surveillance system in order to minimize its impact through putting its medical personnel on red alert.
In this part of the world, we are prone to so many diseases of public health importance. Epidemiologically prone, we call them epidemically prone diseases. Notably among these diseases in this part of the country or the world, cerebrospinal meningitis, Lassa fever, which is technically also classified and called viral hemorrhagic fever, yellow fever, measles.
The director reveals that proactive measures will be necessary to forestall further spread of these diseases.
We are all on alert mode on most of these diseases I've told you, and they are grouped and referred to as diseases that are reported periodically, regularly, under the integrated disease surveillance and response.
Effective disease outbreak response has historically been challenging for the Nigerian health system, but with the nation's successful response in taming Ebola in 2014 and the COVID-19 pandemic, the response system appears to have improved in recent times. The emergence and re-emergence of infectious diseases require strategic responses and preparedness, which the FCT seems to have put in place in order to forestall further spread and impact. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.